Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity, practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, welcome back to Reframing Mindset podcast. My name is Constant. I know this episode we're gonna talk about, as I just it came to me. As we going through the rain, um, we went through the rain season, and you'd have heard it some of the episodes. If you do, is what I realized in the business of science, you'd have to actually account for natural disasters. That's something I realized in the 95 during this 95 journey. Is what I realized was I when I started the podcast, we learn about unforeseen circumstances in the sense that unforeseen when you're going up your goal, unforeseen things will happen and you don't expect it. And that's the part that's the thing about life. You can't no matter how well you plan your stuff, unforeseen things will just happen and you have to adjust. You have to adjust. So what happened is that what I realize is natural disasters. Your business have to actually be able to actually withstand the disasters that will inevitably come by nature. And how you do that, you have to actually take the time to learn about learn about the environment, learn about how things change, and then what. Not only that, science. Part of science is also predicting and learning certain natural disasters. So one thing is that you learn about it that you learn about when there certain disasters are gonna come. Like for example, earthquake we can there's still no way to actually predict when an earthquake will happen. But um for example other things, we can tell when they're going to happen and stuff like that. And so when it's going to happen, we can have preparation so that when it's gone, we can just go back in business. That's the next part of it. You have to just when it's gone, you just go back in business. If you're not prepared for it when it comes down, one of the things if you listen to the podcast in the early part, what happened is that when I was growing up, you'd have known that when a hurricane came, when a hurricane came, like after the hurricane, bro, n- n- like there's no lights for months or months because it takes a long while for us to actually recover from the hurricane. Things like that will happen. And that's one of those things that when I get this, we realize that these are inevitable. And, when you're growing up, you're looking up at your family and stuff like that and realize that, okay, um, why they are always so calm or so prepared, or they're not calm, but even though it's coming, they're always prepared and stuff like that. When they get old enough, you realize that, oh, there was a point in time when they were younger as well, and they had to prepare for this as well, so that over time, and they realized that okay, these things happen as well, almost every year. So they learn how tricks, tips, and tricks. So that's how they're able to stand it for so long, because you actually learn to expect it and know to prepare for it when it comes. When it comes, so like for example, when a hurricane comes and it like gone for a while, my family, my mother always know how to actually get things done. Like for example, iron clothes, stuff like that. She could always get it done. It's really hard because she had to actually go to someone else that has light. But that's all. What happened was experiences know that okay, I need to have network that actually say okay, I can go to this person to help me iron stuff and stuff like that. That's the part of evolution. That's part of evolution. You evolve by um learning from the experiences and then pushing it forward. That's all you do. You learn from the experiences and then push it forward. Um, then you get better. So that's one a next aspect of the business. You have to can actually withstand different disasters that will inevitably occur. So that boom, when it's time, you can just go back in business. So that would mean that the way the building is set, not only the chemical, the not the chemicals, the equipments are the tools. Like for example, the beakers and stuff like that, those are glass. So if a hurricane or earthquake comes and it shakes up the building, bro, that's basically millions and millions of dollars basically going to just going down the drain because it will break all the beakers. And then, so that's where preparation has become to be okay. You have to how we have to secure the beakers so that okay, this doesn't occur when this happened, and then back to other stuff where you have good tools and bad tools. That episode where we can replace those when it in if it inevitably occurs quickly, and then find a way to actually make use of the things that were broken. So as I said, that's another aspect of the business of science. Natural disasters. Those are that are the unforeseen unforeseen things that will occur, and you have to be able to actually navigate that as well. You know, and there's a lot more things as well. So that's basically it for this episode. Thank you for listening, and look forward for the next episode. Mhm.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page Reframing Mindset Podcast or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.